In this lesson, we're going to talk about interval notation. Interval notation is just a way of writing down a set of numbers. It's really a way of taking a set of numbers and writing it down in a more concise way, which is why it's important to use it. In algebra, these sets of numbers can be used to represent either the solution set to an inequality, the domain and range of a function, but as you get higher in mathematics, you use the interval notation to write other sets of numbers in a much easier way to read them. So we're going to write x is greater than 5 and x is greater than or equal to 5 in interval notation. So let's take a look at these intervals on a number line. So x greater than 5, we know that we're going to start at 5 and go towards positive infinity. Since we are not including 5 in my set of numbers, we would use a rounded bracket. You may be used to using either an open or a closed circle. That's another way of writing a set of numbers on a number line. But in this particular lesson, we're going to concentrate on moving away from using the open and closed circles and using interval notation. So if I wanted to write this set of numbers in interval notation as a set, I would go with my smallest number, comma, then my largest number. Since my set goes all the way to positive infinity, that's what my largest number is. Since infinity isn't an exact number that we can reach on our number line, we always use a rounded bracket. The same is true for negative infinity. X greater than 5 is the set 5 to infinity. If I wanted to write the set x is greater than or equal to 5, again, if you think back to previous math courses, you probably used a closed circle because we're including the value of 5. In interval notation, we use a square bracket. So my interval I could read right off of my graph. 5 to infinity. Since 5 is included, we use a square bracket. Infinity will always get the rounded bracket. And it's always smaller number, comma, larger number. Let's try it again with the less than symbol. X less than 5. Since we're not including 5, it's a rounded bracket, and we're going in the less than direction. When I'm going in the less than direction, I'm going towards negative infinity. Negative infinity is the smaller number, comma 5, which is the largest number in my set. X is less than or equal to 5. We're including the 5, going towards negative infinity. So negative infinity is the smallest number, 5 is the largest, and we're including it. Now let's look at a compound inequality. So we're looking at the values of x that are between negative 2 and positive 5. So x here is greater than or equal to negative 2. So I start at negative 2 and I'm going towards the greater direction. X is also less than 5. So I'm just going to kind of approximate that. I'm a little above 4. And I'm going in the less than direction. So my interval are all the numbers between negative 2 and 5. So negative 2 is the smaller number, 5 is the largest. So in summary, interval notation is used to represent sets of numbers We use the rounded parentheses or rounded brackets to show that the values are not included in the interval, and we use the square brackets to represent values that are included in the set.